In this demo, we will explore how we can easily connect TestStand to SystemLink. We will look at three important aspects of this integration: enabling the SystemLink Test Monitor client, monitoring test results in SystemLink, and finally viewing parametric data in SystemLink. The first thing we need to do to connect TestStand to SystemLink is to make sure our SystemLink client is turned on and connected. Open the SystemLink client from the system tray and check that it's properly connected to the correct SystemLink server and that its connection status says connected. TestStand can automatically log parametric data and system information for each test using the SystemLink Test Monitor client. To enable this, open the Configure menu and click on Result Processing. If the SystemLink client doesn't show up yet in our list, we can add it by clicking on the Insert New button and then clicking on the SystemLink Test Monitor client. There are several options that we can configure for the client. Enabling test data reporting lets TestStand push test results and steps to SystemLink. Status tags are used to publish the status of the last test that was run on the system. Turning on asset utilization tracking will log that the system is in use while tests are being run. Turning on Store and Forward makes sure that we don't lose any data if the system loses its connection to the server temporarily. TestStand can also upload software and asset reports each time a test is completed. Let's make sure that the SystemLink client is enabled before we run any tests. Now, when we run a test, critical test data is automatically captured and uploaded to SystemLink without us having to update our test code or our test sequences. Now that we have SystemLink properly connected, let's go ahead and run some tests. Let's keep running some tests in the background while we go to SystemLink and monitor those tests. In SystemLink, we can see our live test results from TestStand by going to Test Insights and clicking on Results. Here we can see a list of all the results coming in from TestStand for every system that's connected to SystemLink. You can see all of the tests that were just run as well as new tests as they execute in TestStand. We can also drill into any of these tests and see more information. Let's look at one of these failing tests that just ran. Let's look at this test for serial number 9. I can click on this gear icon and quickly see which product this was for, what test program was run, how long it took to run, when it ran, the serial number, and even a link to the station it ran on. I can also see that it's failed. If I drill down, I can see each of the individual test steps and see that it looks like on this particular test, the microphone input test has failed. And I can see that failure status reflected up through the different steps that came from TestStand. I can also see here some attachments where here I have a report that came from TestStand for this particular test. In addition to seeing high-level information about one test, I can also compare the steps from this test with the same steps from other tests in the same product family. So let's take a look again at this failed microphone input test. If I click on this chart icon, it will take me to a parametric data viewer and quickly show me the trend of this particular measurement, this microphone input test, over the last many instances of this particular test sequence. I can see that I've had two different failures on this particular test, on serial number 3 it looks like, and then here again on serial number 9, which is the one we were just looking at. I can use this chart to quickly view different information about my parametric data. I can change the way this is configured to view it in different ways, as a line, or I can even change it to look at this data in statistical plots like box plots. I can see here now my statistical distribution of my passing microphone input tests, and that it's pretty tight to where I need it to be. In this demo, we've explored connecting TestStand to SystemLink, monitoring test results, and viewing parametric data in SystemLink.